their concerts right here in this room. I believe he said the next one is September 17th, Thursday?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 7 p.m.
So if you like what you've heard so far, please come back. It's a wonderful time.
Thank you, Aaron. Yeah, and we have phenomenal artists throughout the season. It's not just me. The one on September 17th is just a solo show where I'm doing this playing and talking thing, trying to hone people's attention in classical music. I'm a classically trained pianist. I was at Juilliard for master's and Stony Brook University for doctorate. And throughout my training, I realized that what they don't teach you is how to communicate about music, truly. And it's very, looking back on it, it's pretty unusual why that is. One of the most valuable things that I do now is speak publicly to people about music, and I feel if more musicians were trained to do that, it would help classical music tremendously to spread what's so powerful about this music and why I think anyone can fully understand and appreciate it. But anyway, so if you're interested in this series, I know Jan has like a sign-up sheet for the newsletter, I think, so you can talk to her afterward. But anyway, to continue this topic about patterns and patterning in music, you heard some Bach. I want to jump way ahead to the French impressionist Maurice Ravel, who these French impressionists in the early 1900s were fascinated by patterns, but unlike someone like Bach or those in the Germanic tradition, were more interested in the patterns that are present in nature. So this piece, A Boat on the Ocean, you'll probably be able to make out some of the waves that are happening, especially in my left hand. I'll just play that for a second. So even just the shape, even if you literally just looked at this sheet music, you would see waves of these black notes. But you can hear that, and then the right hand is floating above. Maybe it's the sky, maybe it's birds circling above the ocean, or it could be that kind of cross patterning of waves that happen and at a regular pace, but when you put them together, they create a beautiful image. And a beautiful feeling. That's really the essence of impressionistic music. It's not just to conjure up an image, but what is the impression that you have imagining or feeling this beautiful scene? The horizon that exists, that separates the ocean and the sky, for example. But what's really special about Ravel is his attention to detail in these natural forms. So it's not just random how these notes line up, the left and the right. They're actually really precise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my left and right hand are lining up rhythmically in really precise ways, and I think this is Ravel's way of honoring the detailed patterning in nature. If you look at something like a sunflower, we just appreciate the form of a sunflower. We're just moved by how beautiful it is, how it reaches out to the sun. It means something to us personally, maybe in our own lives. But if you really pay close attention and you zoom in, you'll see this kind of Fibonacci sequence happening inside, and how that compresses to create the larger form that we're so moved by. And that happens over and over in nature. There is this beautiful symmetry and math about nature. Not always precise, but accounting for certain variances, it's there. And I think Ravel does an amazing job of, even just on a subconscious level, we feel this symmetry. So as you're listening to a portion of this piece that I'm about to play, see if you can sometimes listen for the detailed patterning, and then other times just zoom out and be that boat on the ocean that is moving with the waves. Moving on for a sec to another French Impressionist, to a piece that you'll probably recognize, but maybe you don't know this was inspired by a poem called Clair de Lune, about a dancer who's dancing in the moonlight with others and celebrating all of life, all of its joys, but also all of its sorrows. And so this piece, Clair de Lune, which is often associated with romanticism, is another piece about nature and how what looking up at the moon can reflect in us. And memory is going to play an important role here too. Such an important element in music. So Debussy begins this piece with our gaze up at the clouds, really at the moon, and gradually we're falling down to earth with this first bass note here. I think this piece is asking how we can live our life in a kind of dialogue between reaching out for inspiration, possibility, and spiritual fulfillment, and then also understanding the reality that as soon as we grasp it, it fades. That there's this beauty and ephemerality. All we can do is try to live our lives as fully and passionately as possible. Knowing that as it fades, there's also beauty in that. As the melody returns, try to listen really closely. through our experiences and expressions, what does it feel like now to look back up at the moon? Thank you. I'm going to end with a very simple pattern that the great jazz pianist Bill Evans, when he came into the recording studio to record this piece called Some Other Time by Leonard Bernstein, he never got past these opening intro bars here. He became so fascinated with this really simple pattern, it became this. The basis for his improvisation called Peace Piece. P-E-A-C-E. P-I-E-C-E. And I love this piece because this left hand is just a mantra that never wavers. So you can think of whatever that is in your life that is stable. Maybe it's family, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's the way you start your day every single morning. But we need that. We need something to ground us, ground our identity, so that then we can feel free to explore. And to be in this state of just open curiosity. What would happen if we were able to just rest in that state? To breathe and exist in that state and talk in it and play with that and share that. Thank you.